welcome to this explainer. Okay, picture this. Something so small it literally fits right between your two fingers. But for thousands of years, this tiny botanical marvel dictated global trade, it built massive empires, and it absolutely captivated ancient physicians. Today we're decoding the history and the science behind the queen of spices, cardamom.
Okay, let's dive right into this staggering contrast, because it's pretty wild. On one side, you've got this fragile little green pod, and on the other, the colossal global empires it helped build. I mean, it earned the title Queen of Spices, not because it was abundant, but because it was one of the most fiercely sought-after, highly valued commodities in the entire ancient world. It's like a giant puzzle of economics and power, all packed into a tiny seed.
So where does the story actually begin? Right here, in the rain-soaked forests of India's Western Ghats. It's this incredible biodiversity hotspot where wild cardamom flourished naturally, just hidden beneath the dense forest canopy. Long before anyone was planting organized rows of it, ancient gatherers in the South Indian forest were hand-harvesting these fragrant pods. They knew exactly how valuable it was, millennia before it became a global maritime treasure.
And as those ancient trade routes expanded, well, so did cardamom's reach. It spread like wildfire. By 1550 BCE, the Ebers Papyrus is already recording its botanical use in ancient Egypt. Fast forward to the classical era, and Greek and Roman merchants are trading it for high-end perfumes, aromatic oils, luxury banquets, the whole shebang. By the 12th century, the geographer Muhammad al-Idrisi documents Arabian merchants trading it all across the Indian Ocean. And get this, it even reached the frozen north. Viking sailors actually discovered it in the bustling markets of Constantinople, carried it all the way back to Scandinavia, and sparked a culinary tradition that is still thriving today.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how cardamom transitioned from just a trade commodity to a foundational pillar of traditional healing. In classical Ayurveda, which originated in India, it was heavily utilized to support digestion and ease nausea. Concurrently, traditional Chinese medicine independently valued it as a potent, warming spice for complex digestive formulations. These centuries-old observational practices basically laid the groundwork for modern scientific inquiry.
But what can modern science actually prove in a lab today? Well, when researchers isolate the phytochemical makeup of cardamom, they identify specific active natural compounds. We're mainly talking about cineol and linalool here. And in controlled laboratory experiments, these molecules consistently demonstrate proven antioxidant activity. So, science is finally grounding centuries of historical observation right into modern molecular reality. Which brings us to modern clinical reality. Now, you might have heard the myths that cardamom just straight up cures high blood pressure, but a 2024 review in Food Science and Nutrition gives us the actual evidence. While human studies on blood pressure and inflammatory markers do show encouraging results, the data is still fairly limited. Cardamom is a fascinating botanical for sure, but science is impartial. It requires larger clinical trials, and let me be clear, it is absolutely not a substitute for prescribed medical treatment.
So the crucial point here is understanding how to consume it safely. Based on protocols from WebMD and Memorial Sloan Kettering, we really need to separate everyday cooking from concentrated supplementation. In your everyday cooking, cardamom is generally perfectly safe. However, high-dose concentrated supplements pose very real risks if you have gallbladder disease or if you take blood-thinning medications. In those specific cases, always seek medical advice first.
Ultimately, what makes the Queen of Spices truly remarkable isn't just its chemistry. It's the fact that a single fragile pod emerged from an Indian rainforest to literally connect empires, bridge ancient medical traditions, and reveal its secrets to modern science. Which leaves us with a pretty fascinating question. If one tiny green pod changed history and transformed medicine, what other incredible secrets are hiding right now in your spice rack? I'm Shams Hassan, and this was an explainer on the secret life of spices. Stay curious.